Sungyeon, if you're watching this, please have your company slide into my DMs so I can interview you. Love you! Mwah! Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Chrissy. As you guys can probably see from the title, I am back for the third time, everyone, with a little story time moment about my call with Sungyeon. First of all, the lighting is trash, so I'm gonna try to make this brighter. Anyways, you guys, once again, as you can see from the title, this is going to be a little bit of a talk through about my call with Sungyeon again. At first, I actually wasn't gonna make this one this time, but that would have been weird because I always document my calls with Sungyeon, and so many people who like don't follow me on other forms of social media, y'all really enjoy watching these videos, these like interactions as well, and of course I really want to share it with y'all. And also it gives me a chance to kind of talk through and like debrief myself on the things that happened because I just like telling the stories. Y'all know Sungyeon is one of my favorite artists, my favorite person ever, and I really enjoy talking about these interactions, and I'm so blessed and so grateful for the chance to be able to have met him for a third time. Also, I just want to take the time before I get into this little story time and put the call, the video of my call in. I want to thank everyone who joined my group order this time around for the Only Lovers Left albums. Without you guys, I probably would not have gotten into the fan call, and you guys are angels for always helping me out, and I love you to the moon and back. Also, really quick, guys, I have so many sealed albums of Only Lovers Left and unsealed albums where you can like pick inclusions. They come with Makestar POB PCs. If y'all are interested in buying albums for like really good prices, please message me on Instagram or Twitter because I need to get rid of them. Anyways, moving on to my little story time. So here we are, y'all. This is the third time I got to talk to Sungyeon, and woo! This one was a trip. I honestly think this call, out of the other two, like the past two that I had with him, this may have been my favorite one, because I just think that the interactions were so pure that when I tell you I laid in my bed the next day after this call happened, depressed, like a straight depression for an entire day, because I was like, this is the most devastating day of my life. I love this man so much, like he means the world to me, and I'm sad. Anyways, so this time around, everyone, the past two times I've joined a Woods fan call, I joined through my music taste, and so this time around, I'm sure it's probably because Sungyeon is pretty busy, and because he album repackage concert busy schedule. I believe his promotions were cut kind of short in terms of call events. Excuse me. So I got a little stressed out and I was like, oh, I really want to talk to him because this was, and I know I say this every single time, but this is genuinely my favorite era, favorite concept for Sungyeon, my favorite album. The music is on a whole new level. He looks the way he looks, and this is my favorite look for him. And it's just everything. So I really wanted to try this time around. I really wanted to get in this time around. And I was sad because I thought my music taste was going to hold a fan call like they usually do, and they didn't. But fortunately, Makestar did. Now, I have not had luck. After what happened with me with another group with Makestar, I was like, no, I don't want to go through Makestar at all. And I was scared because they do me dirty constantly. But it's my man, and I'm going to try for my man. So I did. And lo and behold, here I am, y'all. I got in. Thank you, Lord. I am so blessed and so grateful to have gotten the chance for a third time to talk to Sungyeon. And Makestar was actually pretty great. Like, they were pretty great to go through. Very different, though. Like, I didn't know that Makestar makes you, like, show IDs when you, like, when they call you. And I was, like, hustling to find my license. I'm like, oh, shit. Anyways, so let's see. Where do I want to begin with this? Okay, so I guess where I'm going to start is that my major concern going into this call, I wasn't even so much nervous as I was the past two times because in my head, I'm like, this is your third time talking to Sungyeon. I feel like we can be besties now, you know? I feel like we're kind of on that same line. But at the same time, I am not the type of person that's just going to automatically assume that he's going to remember who I am because I'm talking to him for a third time. And I know a lot of people will say different because a lot of people have a lot of things to say about Sungyeon and my reaction or my interactions. But even though he did remember me and he has and does still watch my videos on my channel, hi Sungyeon sweetie, love you boo. I don't expect him to still know who I am because there are times when I've watched people multiple times on YouTube or just whatever and I don't remember who they are after. Not to mention this man is very, very, very famous and there are a lot of people he talks to on the daily and a lot of people he meets, a lot of fans. So I just like didn't want to like go into it and like be too friendly to the point where he's like, who the hell are you? And like, why are you pretending like we've known each other for 10 years? But also I feel like because of my past 2 interactions with him, I kind of wanted to be more relaxed and just kind of treat him like a friend. You know what I mean? So I was kind of nervous going into this call because I didn't know what in particular to say or what to do because of course in every single call I just want to be like, you're incredible, amazing, beautiful, your music is insane, you're the sweetest person ever, don't ever be sad, don't ever overthink. Like there's so much I want to spew, but I say it every time, so I wanted to do something a little bit different. Thank God this time around, and I really wanted this to happen for the set era, but unfortunately it didn't. This time around, Sungyeon got his first win on a music show. And I already knew in my head when he started these promotions that if he got a win and I got to talk to him like during a fan call after he got his win, 100% I'm baking him a cake. And what did I do? I made him a cake. You guys, I literally pulled out my Betty Crocker. I'm not lying to you when I tell you that cake took me like 10 hours to make, like over the span of like 2 to 3 days. I had to make homemade marshmallow fondant and I had to trace and transfer the lettering from his album onto the fondant and cut it out with a sewing needle for 4 hours. It took me 4 hours to cut out those letters and that symbol on the fondant. Squid Games could literally never. I don't know. I was like, the things that I do for this man, but it paid off, and you're gonna see why. I'm gonna tell you why. So leading up to the call, I guess I'm just gonna talk about the day of, or like the call in general, because I talk too much. Basically, Makestar gave me a goddamn heart attack, because there is like fuzz. Basically what they do is with any call event, they'll like text you or tell you or to like tell you to stand by for when they're going to call you. They'll give you like a little bit of like a forewarning. And my music taste will usually message you that you're on standby and then they'll call you. But when you pick up the call, it's literally them, like it's Sungyeon, like that's how it's been the past 2 times, except for the first time because I was number 1 in the line. They used me as like the audio person, so they had my camera off for a couple minutes while they were testing the audio. But with Makestar, they call you and then they make you show your IDs, which was very stressful for me. I didn't know that until one of my lovely moods from France met him as well. And she was DMing me because she also met him the same time as me. And I was like, wait, your ID? And I had to like rush to find my license. I'm like, oh shoot. But they call you and they make you show your license and then they kind of shut your, they shut the camera off on their end. And it's so funny because the camera was off. I could hear Sungyeon like laughing or talking with a staff. And I was like, this man can definitely see me just like chilling on my screen being awkward. So I was like, let me hit him with the angles real quick. Let me fake it till I make it and just like while the camera's off. I'm very extra. So anyways, basically, as I said, I don't ever expect Sungyeon to remember who I am. I don't. Even though y'all might say differently, I don't. I like to be humble about it, okay? I don't like to be a pick-me. This man hit me as soon as he turned the camera on. He hit me with the, hello, long time no see. Ah! Bestie, it has been a long time. Every hour of the freaking day is a long time without me being able to talk to you. I don't know. The way that he said the little hello was so freaking precious. My heart melts like every time I think about it. However, me being me being extra, me being just who I am, I was like, I am 100% hitting Sungyeon with the hello sunshine. And I sure did. And that's how I'm addressing him from now on, because he needs to know that he is my sunshine. Anyways, so, basically how this whole thing went down. Let's take this piece by piece, because there's a lot to unpack. So, started off, he went, hello, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, hello, sunshine, how are you? He was like, long time no see. And I basically told him, like, the first thing I told him was that I was really excited because this was the first time that I was able to talk to him since he took a win on a music show. Now, this man was like, he's like, oh, thank you so much. And then I was like, because you got your first win, I wanted to make you something to celebrate. And I showed him the cake that I made him, and he literally just went, like an audible gasp. Oh. I can't believe a full-blown man makes me cry the way that he does. Anyways, so he did a full-blown gasp, and then I showed him the cake, and I was like, I made you a cake, and he was like, you made this one? And I was like, yeah, I made it. And then you can see him go, wow, like, wow. So cute. He's so cute. I can't stand him. So my one thing for him was that I was like, you have to make a wish and blow out the candle. So I lit the candle on the cake, and he was just like, but then I started laughing, like, I did like a little nervous, like, while he was sitting like this, because he looked so cute, and he just smirked. I like relive this. I always forget about it until I relive it, and I get really worked up about it. But he did a little like smirk moment, because it was a nervous giggle while he was making a wish. And then he blew out the he was like, okay, and then he blew out the candle. Now the second thing, this part is where I literally want to like toss myself through a wall, and I'm gonna need, okay, hear me out. This is a disclaimer, okay? This is everyone listen to me right now. I'm not a pick-me, okay? I just need genuine help, and I'm concerned. I need help, because when I talk to people, when I get nervous, I talk fast. I talk really fast, and I talk high pitched, and I talk over people because it's a nervous habit. I don't know how to pause, like with Sungyeon, because he talks very like calm, and I know also like the language difference might be hard. Like sometimes you have to realize when people, like, English is not your first language, you can't just like spew stuff at them. You have to let them like take it in, you know what I mean? So I talk really fast, and I was talking over him at some points, and I could hear, and I knew through this part, I was like, he just said something, and I don't know what it was because I was talking over him, and I registered it while I was talking it to him, but then my friends told me something after, and I'm gonna need y'all's help, okay? And I promise you, once again, disclaimer, I'm not trying to be a pick-me, I just really need opinions, because this is like the same thing that happened. I know if anybody watched my first call with him, the joke, like I joke about it, like the white versus blue dress moment where he was like, maybe I know you, but everyone thinks it sounded like baby. So it's like, did he say baby or did he say maybe? And like, it's just something that I ran with as a joke. This time around, okay, after I showed him the cake, I was like, what did I ask him? I was like, I just want to let you know, like, Thinking About You, I wanted to tell him, like, Thinking About You was, or is my favorite song off the album. My original request for him, which you will see, because I'll show you guys, but the last call I asked him I was like, can you think of something that makes you really happy and then draw it on the album? Like, I just wanted him to, like, sketch something cute. But then he ended up going on a full-blown tangent about how much he loves moods, and he never did, which is totally fine and cool with me. But this time I was like, I really want him to, like, do something on the album, or something that I can, like, do something with it, or have it, just whatever. And I wanted him to write down a line from Thinking About You, because it's my literal favorite song on the album, and because he's my sunshine, and it's the line that's, "You're the sun that shines in my sky," and that's like very fitting for me with him because he's my sunshine, and also I just love that line so much. I love the song. So my original thing was, as I wanted to tell him that Thinking About You was my favorite song off the album. As soon as I tell him, he was like, oh, he's like, I watched your reaction, like, bet, I already know. And I was like, oh, and I can't breathe. It's the way that I can never look ugly in a reaction, like a Woods reaction, ever again, because Sungyeon like avidly watches my reactions to his videos, which is a wild concept, but I literally was like, Thinking About You is my favorite song off the album. It's absolutely beautiful. And he was like, oh, I watched your reaction. I was like, you watched my reaction? Because like every time it takes me by surprise, because I, like, the first time I was like, oh, he just saw my video like in the recommendeds and watched it. I was like, oh, cool. The second time around, he was like, oh, your YouTube channel. And I was like, yeah, because like maybe I thought he just remembered me from the first fan call and how I had a reaction channel. The second time, he was full blown like, yeah, I watched your reaction. But the funny part about it is that I didn't talk about Thinking About You in the reaction to the Waiting music video. I talked about it in my 40-minute album listen. So this man, this is the same thing that happened the other time too, when he called me out about crying. I cried during the album listen. So he must watch mine and other people's like album listens, because that's where I talked about Thinking About You the most. So he knew that from watching my reaction, which was pretty interesting. Thank you for watching, talented bean. Now I'm gonna need everyone's help, because I talked over him at this particular point in time. Okay, you'll hear me say, okay, he said, I watched your reaction. I was like, you watched my reaction? He said, yeah. And then I said, you always know that I'm hyping you up on my channel, Sungyeon. But as I was saying that, he said something else, and I didn't know what he said. I registered it, and I was like, oh, he said something to me, and I don't know what it said. And then all of my friends, I had like 4 people tell me without like cross-referencing. They were like, did he just say you looked pretty? And I was like, huh? Because I couldn't take it in. The only thing that I can think of is that in my album listen and in my Waiting reaction video, if y'all saw, I did Only Lovers Left makeup. Like I did the white and the black, like I did it like his album cover. And everyone thinks that he said, after he said, yeah, I watched it, like, you looked pretty or something, and did like a little side smirk. And I was like, did I leave it up to me to talk over this man at the most crucial moment in my life, where he could have said something like that and I wouldn't know, because I talked over him, because I'm a nervous hot mess. So everyone, when you watch the video, can y'all please let me know, or can you make out what he's saying? Do you think that's what he said? Can someone help me? I have been thinking about this since the day, the literal hour after my call ended, and I will never ever live like I won't move on without knowing what he said. And it's like haunting me, because everyone is like, I know he like literally said, you like, you could read his lips, he said you looked pretty, like after he said, yeah, like I watched it, you look pretty, then he did a little like smirk after it. But I was like, wait a second, y'all lying to me? Y'all making me delusional? Or I just need y'all's opinions, okay? Once again, I'm not trying to be a pick-me, because y'all love to pick apart. Some people like to pick apart the things that I say. But please let me know your opinions on that matter. And when you watch the video, please let me know if you think that's what he actually said, or just if anyone reads lips. I don't know. Someone just help me. So that happened. He was like, yeah, I watched your video. And I was like, oh, you always know I'm hyping you up. And then I think the last point I wanted to say, I wanted to ask him about like world tour and just touring. And the last call event I had with him, I ended the call where I was like, please come to Boston after COVID. And as he was about to say something, the girl yeeted me off the call, the staff. So this time around I was like, Sungyeon, when's the world tour, baby? Like, when's it happening? And he was like, oh, like, I want to, but when the situation is a little bit better. And I was like, yeah, I know, like, COVID's kind of hard to deal with right now still. I'm like, but please, like, you know that if you come to Boston, I'm gonna be the first one there. I'm gonna be waving my light stick. And he was like, yeah, like, I really want to come to Boston. I'm like, yeah, you better. And when you come here, you better hit the line, because I'm gonna be first one there, first in line in the front row. We better bet on that. So that's how that went. Oh, I love him so much. I just want to be his bestie. You know what I mean? Like, I wish that these calls were longer. I know that they can't talk to people for hours on end. But it's, like, so depressing because it's one of those things where, like, we're so grateful and so blessed to be able to talk to our artists like this, where, like, years ago, like, I don't know, the concept of being able to talk to, like, your favorite artist was, like, never a thing. And now that we're able to, it's, like, a bizarre concept because the more you talk to them, it's, like, you feel like you're friends. You know what I mean? Like, I just want to, like, interview him. You know what I mean? Like, all jokes aside, I would give my left leg just to interview Sungyeon, or just to, like, talk about his music and, like, his mindset on his artistry and everything. Like, oh, he's just such a complex person and he has so much to say. I feel and I think that I would love to, like, talk to him, and I hope one day, my life goal, like, that is my life goal. I am hoping one day that I can make that happen somehow. If Yuehua would actually give an email out that we could contact them through, because I can't find shit. Anyways, I really hope that one day that's my end goal. My life goal is that I hope that one day I can talk to him more, outside of, like, these call events, and maybe meet him or just be able to interview him. And it's, like, my literal dream. It really is my dream. That's my dream outside. My first dream was to be able to meet him, and I have been blessed with that a few times. But my second, like, lifelong dream that I really want is to be able to talk to him in person and to just talk about music and just everything under the damn sun, because he's such an interesting person to me, and I just really want to, like, know what's in his mind, on, like, a real level of me just, like, loving music so much and really, like, loving him as, like, an artist. And he's everything. That being said, I'm going to insert the clip of the call right now, and I hope you guys enjoy it. And then after it is done, I am going to meet you back here. So here y'all are in 3, 2, 1.
Hello.
Hello, sunshine. How are you?
I'm good. Long time no see.
Long time no see. I'm so glad to see you again.
Yeah, me too.
You look handsome today, as always.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Sungyeon, so I am so happy today because I finally get to talk to you since you got your first win on a music show for Waiting. So I made you something to celebrate. I made you a cake.
Thank you. You made this one?
I made it, and I have a request for you. I want you to make a wish and blow out the candle.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
1, 2, 3.
Yay!
Thank you.
So I have a question for you. So,
Okay.
Thinking About You is my favorite song off of the album. It's absolutely beautiful.
I
And
saw your reaction too.
you saw my reaction to it.
Yeah.
I'm always hyping you up on my channel, Sungyeon. You know that. But I was wondering, because my favorite line from the song is, "You're the sun that shines in my sky." Could you please write that for me on my album?
Yeah, you're the sun that shines in my sky.
Yes, please. Yes, that is my favorite line. It's beautiful. Also, when's the world tour? When are you coming to Boston? I'm ready. I'm ready with my light stick to hype you up and vibe with you in the crowd. So when's it happening?
Yeah, really. I'm planning for a like tour, but I I need some more good situation, like better than now. So,
Because of COVID, right? I think COVID is so kind of... well, you know that I'll be front row, obviously, when you come. I'm very excited.
I promise you, I go to Boston.
Please come here.
Okay, cool. So our time is over. We have to say goodbye now.
Okay.
So, thank you so much.
Thank you. I love you so much.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye.
So there we have it, everybody. That was my call with Sangyeon this time around for the Make Star event. Once again, let me know your thoughts on some portions of this call, everyone, because it was heavy for me. I also really wanted to show you real quick because I asked Sangyeon to write down that line in the song that I told him on my album, and he did, everyone! And he put the little heart next to it, which is so freaking cute. Like, to Chrissy, and then you're the sun that shines in my sky, an actual angel. I know everybody wants to see the Polaroid as well, so I'm going to show you. Let me see if I can, like, blur. Like, he looked rich. He looked rich and cute as hell that day, too. I really loved his outfit. He was giving me everything. He's so cute. I can't. Anyways, so that was my call event, my little story time with Sangyeon again, you guys. Once again, I do not take these moments for granted ever. These moments, like, I literally cherish, and they're so precious to me on so many levels. I'm sure as many others can relate to. Sangyeon's music has helped me through a lot, and him as a person is such, like, a bright guiding light for me, just to, like, give me energy and to keep me going. And I really just, like, love and respect him so much as a person, as an artist. He's like the greatest human being ever, and I hope that one day y'all get the chance to be able to talk to him and to experience his kind soul as much as I have gotten the chance to, because he really is just a beautiful soul, a beautiful person, and he radiates love and he radiates light, and I just am, like, in awe that this man is real. Anyways, everybody, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for sitting through my little story time again. I hope you guys enjoy. Thank you for all of the feedback you guys give, and thank you for all the wonderful and nice comments y'all leave when I share these experiences with y'all, because some people can be a little bit judgmental or cruel, and for the most part, all of you moods are so sweet and so kind, and I really appreciate it, and I know y'all really love seeing my my call events and being a little part of my experience. So I just want to thank you for all of the kind words y'all have shared with me over the past couple weeks, both on Twitter, either on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, anywhere. I really appreciate it so much. Please don't forget to like and subscribe for more Woods content if that is what you are here for. And please don't forget to follow me on Twitter, Twitch, and Instagram, everybody. I have content on all three that are vastly different from YouTube, so please, if you are interested, go follow me on social media. I love you guys so much. I hope you have a wonderful day or night, no matter where you are in the beautiful wide world. Until then, I will see you guys next time. I love y'all. Bye. Mwah.